Saturday. Oh, this Saturday. I'm telling you right now, in Brooklyn, New York. Can't believe we are here. 48 hours away. Devin Haney on one side, Ryan Garcia on the other side. And who's going to call it? Well, he's a member of our crew. He's a member of what we do. It is now time, changing things up today, for one big fight with the Grish.
Van Roosmalen with a victory over Kevin Van may attempt
There's a big fight in the world. This man's voice is on it, and he is live here this morning on Driving the Line. Mr. Todd Grisham, good morning, sir.
Tip of the cap to you. I apologize for coming to you from my car. Just got out of my workout. I'm almost 50 now, and I'm dealing with the two worst words in old man workouts, sciatic nerve. I mean, bro, the freaking sciatic nerve, that train is never late. You get about 2 or 3 weeks into a good workout session, you're feeling good, bam.
It happens, kid. It happens. And speaking of training, that's exactly where we find ourselves at the end of the training for Devin Hayden and Ryan Garcia. There is disdain between these two. So, Grish, as the man who's calling it and had to prepare all of this time, are you shocked that we have arrived today and this fight is still a go?
Yes, I am. And it's still not a go. It hasn't happened yet. But, Ryan Garcia has said, I'm just trying to promote the fight. I'm just trying to promote. This is the worst possible strategy to promote a fight ever. I mean, there's good crazy and there's bad crazy. Mike Tyson crazy. I'm going to eat your heart out. I'm going to, eat your children. That's crazy scary that you want to watch. That's good scary. Ryan Garcia is talking about, he's been engaged twice to like 2 porn stars this past week. I mean, coach, you and I have been there before, but we're not training for a fight. You know what I mean? He says he's paying millions of dollars for women to sit in the front row. He says he's been abducted by aliens, I think. He knows the formula for Coca-Cola. He's determined how the pyramids have been built in Egypt. He's all over the place. And normally you might have a laugh about it, but as you know, last year he took some serious time off to get his mental health under control. And now he says he's fine. So to me, it's more sad than anything. I don't think this is helping promote the fight at all.
And that's where I have been. There comes a certain time where he's like, you know what, this is too much. And then to me, it falls on your promoter. And you and I have worked for Oscar De La Hoya in the past. And I don't know him all that well, but I know that he promotes caring about his fighters, and I'll put the fights against anybody. When does the promoter step in at some point and say, listen, we've just got to get to April 20th, because outside of the 40 or 50 million that the fighter's going to make, Grish, you've got all the other people, the promoters, the people that work at the arena. There's a lot of money on the line. When does he have to step in and say enough's enough?
Well, 2 things to remember. One, Ryan Garcia is a grown man. All right, he's not 18. Yeah. He's not 17. He's in the mid-20s. And number 2, what was Oscar De La Hoya doing when he was that age? He was getting coked out of his mind, right? I mean, there's an HBO documentary about it. He was womanizing. He was having children out of wedlock. He was on coke and other drugs. He was partying. He couldn't keep his. So all Ryan Garcia is going to say to Oscar De La Hoya is, you were doing the same thing.
That's right.
I blame his parents, all right? It's one thing to say you grew up on the streets, as many boxers have. I grew up in the streets. I didn't have a mother. I didn't have a father. The streets raised me. I was the Boys and Girls Club all the time. But guess what? He has 2 loving parents that took him around all of his youth to all these amateur boxing shows. They're in his camp now. His dad helps train him. His mother and his father at every single press conference. So if they don't have either the wherewithal or the nerve to tell their own son, look, don't post this stuff on social media, it's horrible, then who's he going to listen to?
There's only one way that this gets turned around at this point, and that's if he comes out on Saturday night and he has a really good performance. But yet, Devin Haney is a big-time favorite from the betting angle. Should he be this big of a favorite? Without the crazy stuff? No. But with the crazy stuff? Yes. I mean, what other signs does someone need to show you? And listen, I'm going to give you a little, you guys like big bets here. Here's a little sprinkle play I want you to put, okay? Okay. Put Devin Haney wins by disqualification at plus 8,000, all right? Ryan Garcia has said many times, no matter what happens, he's going to get his in the ring. I'll bite both his ears off. I'll do this. He's going to be put down one way or another. And sometimes fighters look for a way out.
Ryan Garcia, if you watch this fight against Gervonta Tank Davis, he got up at 10.5 seconds. He looked at the referee, waited for the 10, and then stood up. A lot of people called him a quitter. So if he's going to quit once, he may not want to be labeled a quitter again, so he'll do anything not to be called a quitter. You know, if he's in bad trouble, maybe he tries something crazy, tries to pull his arm, does something to get disqualified. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think it's certainly worth a little sprinkle. And plus, Devin Haney, the guy he's dealing with, as wild and free-spirited and unhinged as Garcia seems to be, Devin Haney's the complete opposite. This guy's a Mayweather 2.0. Say what you will about Mayweather. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's in the gym 3 times a day. And in the ring, he does not make mistakes. He doesn't become impatient. You can boo him all you want, but he just is methodical coming forward and counterpunching. He's got amazing footwork. His last fight against Regis Prograis only landed 36 total punches in the fight. That's the third lowest, I believe, in CompuBox history. That's 3 punches around. The problem fighters have is they throw a punch at Devin Haney and they miss and they get countered. Boom. And they learn after 2 or 3 of those, wait a minute, my 10% punch is going to get countered with an 80% shot coming back. So they just get gun shy and they don't throw punches. So to me, Ryan Garcia and his crazy ass has got to come out in the first round and go guns blazing, pressure this guy, get him off his game plan, scare him a little bit, make him think you're crazy in the ring, and see what happens. But if Ryan Garcia doesn't win the early rounds, he's finished.
30 seconds or less. Last question comes from our chat. Does Grish like Haney via knockout? What's your prediction?
I do. That would be my prediction, is Devin Haney by stoppage, because Devin Haney's not much of a talker, but his dad is. And his dad, Bill Haney, if you hear him in the corner, Devin Haney is like a remote-controlled gamer. Whatever his dad says, he does it. Everything he does. And his dad has said multiple times, listen, my advice to him, after all we've seen and done, and he's made this personal, go kill him. Normally, he doesn't say that. Normally, he's like, well, we're going to see what happens. We'll push him in deep waters. Now he's like, we're going to meet him in the ring, and we're going to kill him. So if you believe Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney, I think Devin's going for the knockout. And considering Ryan Garcia's mental status, I think he's going to do it.
Grish Dog, can't thank you enough for the time. It's been amazing. We'll be watching live Saturday night. Where? DAZN Payperview, yes?
Yes, sir. Brooklyn, New York. New York.
There's only one. Todd Grisham. That is one big fight with the Grish.